Hi everybody, this is Osprey from mychartcoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at some of the small caps that were in play today. So check out PXS, very sweet run, up another 17% today. It does have RSI up here at 86, so it is hitting very frothy levels on RSI. So yeah, you have to be on the lookout for it taking a breather sometime soon. Check out Fasto did pull back below 80 there. It's pressing hard on ADX here with plus DI up here at 62.5. You can see that's the level about where it peaked at this big spike back in November. And so yeah, it's hitting very frothy levels here. It's on a very strong run. It's been filling the jar. There was a high from back here in December, and it's working its way back up to that level. That would be up here above 650. Now I don't know if it's going to get there in a straight line or not, but it does have an Eiffel Tower type of pattern right now. It's very parabolic. It's hitting some resistance from back over here in January, and so it's going to need to break through that, and then through this cluster of candles from December and January to head higher. So it's going to be all about this 360 and just above $4 resistance zone. The level to watch for support is EMA4 at 251. As long as that level's holding, the chart is super strong and it can keep pushing higher. Once you see a close below that level, that'll be a bearish change in trend, or at least it'll be signaling that it could possibly consolidate. And what you can see is a drop down to EMA8, which is currently at 209. Okay, it is at closed at 330 in after hours trading, so that's pushing it higher. Yeah, we'll just see here if they can get through this 360 to $4 resistance zone. It did have the big volume spike today, and it's pushing super hard. So when a stock's pushing super hard, be sure to look at the weekly chart as well. And up here at the RSI at 83, it's hitting some very frothy levels. These are the levels that it hit when it topped out back in December, so keep that in mind. It's very strong right now on the weekly chart. It's above the middle Bollinger Band and the 50 and 100 week moving averages. It is pushing well above the upper Bollinger Band and EMA4, which are down here at 209 and $2. And so the downside risk is that the candles work their way back into the bands. As long as it's staying above the 100 week moving average at 174, the chart's super strong. It can keep pushing higher. You can see it's hitting resistance right now from back here in September of 2016. Okay, that's this candle right here, and also the close from right here. And so if it can bust through this level, like I said before, the fours will be on deck. That was the close from over here in December. That's going to be a tough level to bust through. If it could get through that level, the high close from back in December up here just below 550, probably in the 540s there, would be the target. It looks like it's filling the jar back to that level. But like I said, if it fails to break resistance here, the candles could work into the bands. Okay, let's look at NETE. It closed up 18% here. RSI is up above 50 on RSI here, so at 57, the bulls are heating up again. Fasto's above 20 down here, so it's above the oversold line. There was a bullish close today above the 50-day simple moving average. That's the green line right here, currently at 521. Okay, so that's the key level to hold. Okay, so it needs to stay above this green line here, stay above 521, and then it could push higher. 550 is going to be the next resistance level. You can see it had some consolidation in the zone back in September. If you get above 550, then you have the upper Bollinger Band at 579. It's always tough to bust through that upper Bollinger Band. If it can do that, with it being above that 50-day simple moving average, the next target's going to be the 100-day simple moving average at 629. Okay, if it dropped below that 50-day simple moving average, that would signal that it's not quite ready to go and more consolidation. What's going on is it had this downtrending channel. You could see descending support and descending resistance. And so it broke above the descending resistance line here back in October, and it dropped back below that line and back into the previous channel. And today it closed above that line. So it's trying to break out of that channel again. So it's going to be all about staying above that 50-day simple moving average. If it does, it will signal more upside potential. Okay, let's look at MTP here. So keep an eye on the stock. It's thinly traded, only 250,000 shares. It's heating up. I'll show you in a second here. RSI is above 30. Fasto here, is heating up. You want to see it get above 50. Keep an eye out for a crossover here. You'd want to see the green line cross over the red and the black line on ADX. And so there was a nice bounce down here after the pullback. I mean, there was a 4-price doji yesterday, so there was like no volume. So yeah, this is for the penny stock traders that like small cap plays. But it filled this gap between these two stocks here, between the 22nd and 23rd. You can see with the upper wick. If they can get above the top of that gap and above the middle Bollinger Band at 52, they could try to push it higher. And the next targets would be the 50 and 100-day simple moving average at 62 and 64. If it were to drop below EMAs 4 and 8 and at 45 and 46, that would signal more downside risk. Closing above those levels after trading below and above EMA 13, it's a signal that the chart's heating up. We'll just have to see if they're going to take it higher. Okay, let's look at ATRS here. So yeah, this is another stock that's had a nice bounce today. You can see it has this megaphone type of channel. This is the ascending support, or ascending resistance, and then ascending support here. And so it bounced off of the support zone and off of this 100-day simple moving average at 312. It got back above EMAs 4, 8, and 13 here. And so it got above that 50-day simple moving average intraday, and it did close above the middle Bollinger Band at 338. And so tomorrow, if you see it trading above 341, that's the green line there. That should be the signal that they want to take it higher. And you could possibly see a run back up to 377, 380 up here to test the high close from October. It will have to get above this 355 high close, and then you have about 367 right here was the high close in August. Those will be the two levels to break to get back to that October high close. So keep an eye on it. It's only going to be a good play if it can break and close above that 50-day simple moving average. You can see down here when it got below the 50-day simple moving average, below the green line, and then it closed back above. It made a nice run. Down here, it retraced to the 50-day simple moving average. It went kind of sideways on that one. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Closing above that should be the bull signal. Fail the break, and it could come back down. As far as stop loss goes, it needs to really just stay above that middle Bollinger Band. It's going to signal consolidation if it drops below that 338 level. I know it closed right at that level, but it's going to have to hold that level and break 341 to head higher. Okay, thanks a lot for viewing this video. If you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, please come check out the chat. All right, thank you.